Hey everyone, today I am making raspberry fluff. So you're going to need some raspberry Jell-O. You're going to need some low-fat cottage cheese, the small curd, but you can use whatever you prefer. You're going to need some Cool Whip, and if you want, go ahead and go check my description. I have the actual recipe in there with the correct measurements for you. So go check the actual recipe out. So I'm using half of this container of cottage cheese. I actually recently made the orange fluff, so if you're interested in that, I'll link that down below. And I used the other half of that for my orange fluff that we ate last week. But this week we're going to do raspberry fluff, which is very similar. So same thing, you're going to put in your cottage cheese first, and then you're going to put in your Jell-O packet, and you're going to mix those in together. Let the Jell-O packet dissolve with the cottage cheese. And I know that some of y'all probably don't like cottage cheese, but it really does not taste like cottage cheese. It just gives it a higher protein, but it doesn't really taste like that. I would encourage y'all to give it a try if it seems interesting to you. I often take this to potlucks and people are really surprised and they actually really like it, even when they're hesitant to try it. All right, so I'm just showing you what it looks like. It looks a little funky there, just kind of cottage cheese and Jell-O. So the next thing I'm adding in is the mandarin oranges. I have a full can here of mandarin oranges, and then I have a shorter, smaller can I need to use up. So I went ahead and put those two in. And you're going to mix that in together. Don't worry if the mandarin oranges kind of fall apart. It's okay. That's how it's supposed to be. And then the next thing you're going to use is crushed pineapple. So I have a can of crushed pineapple here. You're going to put that in, and I forgot to mention, if you can, drain out the liquid of the crushed pineapple and the liquid of the mandarin oranges. I tried to take out most of the liquid, but as you can see, it's still really moist. As you put in your Cool Whip and let it sit in the fridge, it kind of thickens up, so it's not going to stay all runny like that, but it's best to get some of that liquid out of your fruit. All right, so just mix all of that together till it all gets kind of incorporated together and mixed well. And once it gets mixed well, then that's when you can go ahead and start putting in the Cool Whip. Now this is what it looks like, just so y'all know. And putting in the Cool Whip is really just kind of folding it in. So you're going to just use a regular sized Cool Whip container and just fold it in. So here I'm using a little spatula thingy, and so I'll just do a little bit at a time and then just fold it in. You want to make sure that it stays fluffy and not watery. So just kind of, fold it in, make sure that it's keeping its fluff. And, some of it may look like it's mixing together. That's okay. Like I say, as it sits in the fridge, it will kind of fluffy up for you in there. So I'm adding in some more. Just kind of go step by step, and this is what it looks like. So it really starts to kind of look like this kind of like marshmallowy, just basically fluff is what it looks like. Fold it in, so just kind of get down to the bottom there as well and fold in the bottom of it as well. So you're just going to keep adding in the rest of this. The next part of this is just to kind of smooth it out. Make sure that your whole kind of container is smoothed out and cleaned out. And I like to add in a few little raspberries on top. So that's what I'll kind of do at the end. And then you just let this chill in your fridge for about 2 hours. But really you could eat it right away. But it does get fluffier as it sits in the fridge.